What Interstate is it's multiple churches coming together, doing youth group together in real love and in real effort to disciple the teens of Dixon.
We play a game, and then we have a time of worship, then we have a message, and then some small groups at the end. It's a little bit longer than most youth groups. It's about 2.5 hours long instead of just an hour and a half. So we have a lot of extra time to really get to know the kids and fellowship with them and fellowship with each other.
And one of the fruits of that ministry that we've seen is not only do the kids in Dixon, which is a small town and yet many of them don't know each other outside of this group, it has been able to create a network of Christians in this community in the age group of junior high and senior high that wouldn't exist if we didn't have this ministry.
To see other kids in their school who are actually actively walking in their relationship with God that didn't know because they prior were in separate youth ministries. So having one group to come together and see one another and feed off of one another and enjoy what God is doing has been absolutely amazing.
I've done events with other churches, but not to this scale. Every single week, we are meeting together.
As churches that are in a small town, we tend to be small churches. And so what we've tried to do is set out to establish some fundamental biblical parameters that we all agree on, that serve as sort of our pillars. And then that becomes the foundation on which we build this ministry.
We all come together in this one building, which just so happens to be at Calvary Chapel Dixon because of its location, really.
What that has done is brought kids into the church who had no prior connection to the church. Their friends have something that they can invite them to, and they can feel like they're welcome, they're invited. It's like a no pressure environment, but they're still exposed weekly to the gospel.
As a youth pastor, this has impacted my life dramatically. Not only just for the logistic reason of doing ministry with other people and the benefit of that, but the real fellowship that has come out of having multiple youth pastors who genuinely care for me, that care for my students, that love my students, that teach my students, that disciple my students, and I to theirs as well. Having one night a week where we just devote ourselves to the youth of our town. That has impacted my life huge.
Well, we don't leave all the ministry just to the adults, to the adult volunteers and the adult pastors and leaders, but we're trying to foster within the hearts of our young people a desire to be servants.
The leaders' hearts are to form student leaders and prep them for life after high school. We want to send them out of this ministry with actual experience in ministry, in leading other students to Christ, in discipling other students, in serving in the worship team, serving on the setup team, serving in the sound booth.
Not just Christian consumers, but people who come and contribute to the work of the ministry. And so they have opportunities to serve in various capacities. And we believe that that also helps to anchor them and to secure within their heart a love for the church, a love for God's people and His Word.
The leaders come together and we actually love each other. We help each other out. We minister together because we're friends. And we encourage each other and we keep each other in check.
Because knowing different congregations, different perspectives come together, it is truly love that binds. And to have a piece of that has been amazing. Without the companionship, without the friendship that we've built as youth pastors, this would be a very difficult task. But because of what God has done in our hearts, it's been nothing but blessings.